I was watching Lie to Me documentary yesterday, and I saw Layla Beckham from the UK, who invested in over 44,000 euros. There's also witness issues. In most cases, when you are going through a case that involves fraud and also victims, being a witness is also something not easy. In most cases, it involves money, it involves traveling, it involves being on the case for years. Now, for example, these people were arrested in 2022. The fake price was growing. It is all the one coin concept. When you look at the one coin concept of having one coin as a currency, then having one life as a marketing company, it is the same that happened with DagCoin. They had DagCoin as a cryptocurrency, and also they had Success Factory as the marketing company. So this was just a replica of one coin. Welcome back in another episode, The Diary of a Crypto Investor. I just rebranded my YouTube channel from my own name to The Diary of a Crypto Investor so that I can remain with my social media accounts in my name, doing other things, and also dedicate this channel for this very cause. I'm here on a sad note about the two scammers that we are promoting DagCoin that were released in Estonia. They were also arrested in Estonia, but right now they've been released. I'm so familiar with these kind of things, and if you've not been dealing with lawyers, if you've not been doing with cases or litigations, you will not really understand what exactly happened. But since I'm on one coin steering committee team, I can relate with most of the things that have happened to these people. I can relate with most of the things that are happening with DagCoin investors. So Gilbert Padler and also Gustava Poland, they were top DagCoin investors, and they were arrested in Estonia in 2022. Of course, over promoting DagCoin scam, over creating thousands and thousands of victims around the world. So they were arrested in 2022. So on the 6th of this very month, news came out to say that they were actually released and the case was terminated, or it was closed. And guess what? Each of these scammers paid just 5,000 euros. So that makes it a total of 10,000 euros. So they all paid in 10,000 euros and they were released. Case closed, case discontinued. In a settlement basically means that both parties sat and agreed. Oh my goodness. I've seen this happen. Well, I can't talk about it. It's okay. But I've seen it happen in most of the cases where the victims or the claimants are put in a situation where they are forced to make a settlement with the defendants. It is very emotional. It is very annoying. It is very scaring, and in most cases claimants are put under difficult situations, and when you're not part of that litigation or that case, in most cases you may not understand it. But there is a lot of things that happen in law that really a normal human being cannot even digest or understand why and how they are happening. So these people made a settlement and they just paid in to the authority just 5,000 euros each of them. It is really absurd how these kind of scammers actually get away with it. You know, you scam over 60 million US dollars and then you have to pay a fine of just 5,000 euros to get away with it for the rest of your time. It is really absurd when victims created are actually out there in the world suffering. There's a situation with me with OneCoin when I looked at myself, I looked at my family. Of course, we lost a lot of money to us according to our financial stability and, you know, growth and level. But there are people across the world that invested in heavily and thousands of US dollars. I was watching Lie to Me documentary yesterday, and I saw Layla Begum from the UK, who invested in over 44,000 euros in OneCoin, and I was like, what? All this money, this is life savings. This is entire money that somebody has collected for over years, and they are trusting it with these kind of companies. And at the end of the day, the people that committed these crimes are actually getting away with it. It is very sad. It is very annoying, but it's happening. So they said that this case was closed due to expediency. So I try to make research about what expediency is and what can make a case be closed because of expediency. And I found out that in most cases, the case is closed due to lack of evidence. If claimants cannot actually bring core detailed evidence, one of their investments, and also to show that these people actually earned this amount of money that claimants are claiming from DagCoin. In most cases, when you make these crypto payments, sometimes with DagCoin, people used to pay through top leaders and all that, and money was not actually recorded. Sometimes it is even difficult to trace the money that, you know, to show that it was actually made through DagCoin, because these scammers also have other small business that they can claim that amount of money actually came from those businesses, even when it's a lie. So the issue of bringing evidence can also lead to a case being closed due to expediency. There's also witness issues. In most cases, when you are going through a case that involves fraud and also victims, being a witness is also something not easy. In most cases, it involves money, it involves traveling, it involves being on the case for years. Now, for example, these people were arrested in 2022. Right now, it's 2025. It means that witnesses had to follow up from 2022 up to right now. 2022, that's 1 year. 2023, 2 years. 2024, 3 years. 2025, 4 years. They had to follow up for 4 years over the case, which is really not easy. Some witnesses will drop off. Some witnesses will find it annoying and stressful and, you know, bringing them anxiety. They will drop it off, and also other factors. And also another comment that I saw, it is resource constraints, lack of money, lack of time. But in most cases now, when the claimants are victims of a fraud, in most cases it's lack of money. Maybe they lacked money to pay for the law team, for the law firm that was working for them. Maybe they lacked money from the funder or anything else. It is really very, very difficult to tell. But these people were actually released and the case was actually closed. DagCoin has no big difference with OneCoin. And when you look at them, they are sister companies. DagCoin simply copied concepts from OneCoin in order for it to build their own structures and also grow. And it started just after OneCoin. And also most of the top leaders in DagCoin were ex-recruitants from OneCoin. And also most victims that were scammed in DagCoin are also OneCoin victims. when you look at the DagCoin concept, the way it branded itself, the way the price was the way the fake price was growing, it is all the OneCoin concept. When you look at the OneCoin concept of having one coin as a currency, then having one life as a marketing company, it is the same that happened with DagCoin. They had DagCoin as a cryptocurrency, and also they had Success Factory as the marketing company. So this was just a replica of OneCoin. Unfortunately, in 2023, the scam collapsed, making people lose a lot of money. DagCoin started around 2016. Yes, 2016. Then they did some upgrades and rebrand and all that, I think around 2017, but since then they've been scamming a lot of people. This guy Gilbert Padler is not only associated with the DagCoin scam, but according to research, it also shows that he was associated with a certain Ponzi scheme, again, a trading and forex Ponzi scheme called the Traders, and located on the Traders domain. And this scheme also collapsed, making people lose a lot of money. Actually, they said that it is a 3.3 US billion Ponzi scheme, where it is said that Gilbert Padler is likely to have made over 60 million US dollars. So looks like this scam is getting away with all this money. Looks like this scammer is getting away untouched and unproven wrong, which is very sad. Really, things of litigation and cases are really so complex, and sometimes you get to think, is this world fair? Are we dealing with justice, or it is only justice for those who have money? Because in most cases, claimants now are losing out more than these defendants. Surprisingly, Gilbert Padler was not a defendant of the Traders domain. And there is a case right now going on with the Traders scammers. Surprisingly, Gilbert Padler is not one of the defendants. The defendant is the person on the list who the claimants claim that he stole the money or he benefited from the scam, so he should pay back. So that is a defendant. So he's not a part of the defendants of the Traders, and it is surprisingly, so he's getting away with it, which is really very sad. Oh my goodness, the DagCoin scam also went so deep and unnoticed. Just the way that Platinum Coin is scamming a lot of people worldwide, and it is going unnoticed and untouched, and Alex Reinhardt is also continuing to scam as many people as possible, becoming a hero for this short period of time that is he enjoying people's money and benefits, which is very sad. Daniel Reinhardt is my name, and I've been making other videos. I had really taken some good time without making a video, like 2 weeks, which is really uncalled for. I should be coming in here regularly to discuss crypto, finance, and also blockchain.